Welcome to Order Militaris Radio TV, and we're lifelong Catholics. And what we do is all for free and for love of Jesus Christ and for our Holy Mother, the Church. And we'll defend our Holy Mother, the Church. That last line for our intro, I just hit home. A great Catholic, independent, investigated journalist, George Neumayr, suddenly died. No, I don't think it was from so-called malaria. He too liked to touch the third, fourth, fifth rails to get the truth out about the enemies of God inside and outside of Holy Mother Church and defend our Holy Mother, the Church. And I do believe he paid with it, with his life. During his first episode, and he was working on his second episode of his investigation series, Infiltrated, we were we were in contact. We were sharing information. I was sharing information on what we've uncovered. I mean, Operation Gladio to this big old red book on the real history of Vatican II. Everything else about the doctrinal warfare program and how the Masons, the CIA, NSA, all of those alphabet soup players infiltrated and darn near destroyed the church from within. He became a fan after that. He personally followed me, followed Military Scath on Twitter, thanked us for the information, and he was going to use that information in his series and infiltrated. So what really happened to George Neumayr? Let's take a look, as we only do here. And this is for George. Giving him the Ornamental Tennis Radio TV special. 4:49 a.m., December 23rd, 2022. His own tweets, folks. His own tweets. A Vatican needs should ask Bergoglio to produce a legalization docs on McCarrick. I bet he would refuse because the docs may not exist. A well-placed source tells me that the McCarrick legalization could be a fraud. He cites a source who has seen payments to Teddy after his alleged sacking. A source close to McCarrick tells me that he still talks to his nephews, such as Cupich and the Pope, Bergoglio. He arranged for his protege, Nesnout, to be chairman of the U.S. Bishops' Abuse Committee so that Nesnout could run interference for him during his criminal trial next year. The reason for McCarrick's continuing power in the church is blackmail, according to my source. Plus, Teddy can get all the deep-pocketed prelates under his spell of blackmail to ostracize and financially starve any bishop who defies him. He still runs things in the church. This very telling tweet at 5:27 a.m. December 23rd, 2022. I am taken with some dangerous forces here. Should something happen to me, close readers of my tweets will know why. Remember that. Then this morning, the Lepanto Institute puts out a tweet saying they have been contacted that George Neumayr died from malaria. Then a few hours later, at 10:36 a.m., the Lepanto Institute puts out this tweet regarding the death of George Neumayr. Here is what we know from confirmed sources. George was sick 7 days ago. George said he refused to go to the hospital. U.S. consulate tested his body and confirmed that he tested positive for malaria. Well, big doo-doo. Anyone who takes that malaria shot gets the virus. You know, that's how the shots are created, by using the virus. And he has to get those shots to travel to Africa to do his programs. This is what George says just 5 days ago. That looks nice. What has the food been like? Some of the French food and African dishes are good, but some of the food is sketchy. On Saturday, I got violently ill from some kind of food poisoning and was wiped out for much of the day. That was January 15th, 2023 at 5:59 a.m. Oh, sorry to hear that. A hazard of traveling. Hope you're better now. At January 15th, 2023 at 6:05 a.m. I feel much better. Thanks. That was 5 days ago, folks. His last tweet was Program 2 of Infiltrated on why he came to Africa. I put all of his first two episodes at the bottom of the show page for you to watch. He also traveled to Argentina right when Bergoglio was so-called elected. And he would travel around talking to people who knew the guy, and they didn't have nice things to say, and they were exposing all the dirt on Bergoglio. Then we here at Order Military State TV took that up, plus everything else we found on Bergoglio related to the Dirty War, and did a massive 57-minute piece, which our audio, well, my audio was killed instantly. So then we had to come back and do a shorter version of I think just under 20 minutes, and using our beautiful new official style video microphone that we've been using ever since. Now, as a fellow follower of mine, Judas, put out, and she's rightly correct. Now, there are some medicines you can get at the pharmacy to treat it. And yeah, the same old stuff our guys got in World War II in the Philippines. Quercetin and doxycycline to fight malaria. And yeah, you'll be sick for a little bit, but it'll get you better and get you back on your feet. No big deal. But I don't think he died from malaria or food poisoning. George knew he was going to get probably bumped off. And he gave us a warning on December 23rd about it. He knew and wanted us to know that if anything should happen to him, as faithful readers of his tweets and everything would know what happened. I'm gonna miss having him as a Facebook friend as well. I'm gonna miss having him on Twitter as a follower and talking to him, sharing information with him. But George, if you died a martyr for the faith, guess what? Now you can really kick some butt in heaven and do even more better work. Now you're in heaven with our Lord if you're died a martyr for the church. So George, let's start kicking some butt and cleaning out the church. This is Order Military Radio TV signing off. Day is full.